Hi, okay, let's get into market update for October of 2023 for San Rafael, California. So in regards to inventory, we're at 2.46 months. That's a 35% increase from 12 months ago. Bearing in mind that that's still a significantly low number when compared to most of the rest of the US. What does this tell us though locally? It tells us we still have a moderately strong market for a seller, but there's more opportunity out there for a buyer than there once was. And if we get into the metrics of the final sales price versus the original list price, it's at 102.8%. This means if a seller was selling a home and they had it listed at $1 million, it would sell for $28,000 over that, or 2.8%. And then moving on to the median days on market for San Rafael, that is 20 days, so it's still moving along at a good pace. Median sales price for San Rafael is at $1,350,000. That's a decrease year over year by 4%. And what does this all tell us? Well, it tells us that it's still, the market is, it's calming, but it's still a seller's market, especially for those homes that are really nicely done, staged well, in a nice location or a sought after location, good school districts, removed from a busy street, parks nearby, walkability to downtown. Those homes are still garnering a higher price, and the market's still moving along at a quick pace, and it's a seller's market. Now, when you look at the homes that have sold this month, there's been 28 of them, and it's split very evenly, with 13 of the homes selling under the list price, 13 of the homes selling over the list price, 2 of those properties actually selling at list. Some takeaways there. Most of the homes that sold under the list price their spread was like $10, $20, $30, $50,000. There was one in there that was 200,000 under, but otherwise, pretty close to the list price. Those properties that sold over the list price, there was 2 or 3 homes that sold $300,000 to $600,000 over. So just be mindful of that as well. Next thing is we're getting into the slow time of the year, getting into the holiday season. It's November 8th. As of this video, you can expect to see fewer homes hitting the market, fewer buyers out there looking for properties. So, that can be advantageous for sellers and it can be advantageous for buyers. For buyers, it typically means there's less competition. So you're more likely to be able to get a home for less than the list price and maybe get some kind of consideration from the seller in regards to buying the interest rate down. Now for sellers, if you have a home that's really nicely done, really dialed in, there's still buyers that are out there looking, and so you can still, garner top dollar. Next thing, the average price per square foot for sold homes in San Rafael, $798 a square foot. And then the last thing that's interesting is there were 7 homes that sold off market. Say what the norm is on a month-to-month basis in San Rafael is 3 to 5, with 5 being on the high side. So that the fact that there were 7, that's unusual. I'll just note this as well. Novato, there were 11 off-market homes, and it's usually about the same there, 3 to 5 off-market. So both those numbers are significant. What I believe the reason for that is that sellers are seeing that there's some homes that are sitting or some properties that are actually selling for under the list price, and they don't want to go through that stress if they can avoid it. And so they're listing the properties off market with brokers, and those brokers are in turn telling buyers or other brokers, and they're telling their buyers, and the buyers are up for giving or offering whatever the price is that'll work for that seller. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching. All the best.